got a call from and saying, "Hey, do you want me to join a little early?" I'm like, hang on, Chris hasn't joined. I want you to just the moment. So I'm just waiting for the other two partners to join in. But Chris, this is so amazing seeing you, as always. So
Well,
yes,
I know I am extremely handsome. I know it's hard to take.
yes,
So,
it is.
just take
It
it
is.
in.
Seriously,
I just
Yes.
wish people knew me from my mind. Everyone comes up to me because I'm so handsome. I'm like, but I have a mind and a heart that's just as important. Ever since I'm young.
so that's one reason my makeup guy took a little extra time today, so I got a little late. So because I know you were joining, and it was going to be a great competition. Well, I know
Okay.
face down.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, Marin is there. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel has
Daniel
also
is as
also here.
Daniel has also joined.
Amazing. We are all set. Let's begin. Let's begin the day.
Yes.
You want to take it through? Let's do it.
Yes, absolutely. First of all, and on the behalf of entire Cloud IT team, hi Chris, a big hello and a big welcome. It doesn't seem as if we are welcoming you. It seems the other way around. Okay, thank you for such a warm welcome to all of us actually. So today I think we are gathered here to welcome Chris. He is the COO Director Tax East Coast. And as we go through, we have a few things in mind. We'll have, as usual, we'll have a lot of interaction with him today. We'll get to know him. And we have a few questions also for you, Chris. And I think finally, the entire team would love to hear everything and whatever you have in mind. So I would request Devi and Chris, so you've worked with her so much and she would love to introduce you to the entire team of Cloud IT.
Okay. Be
Thank you,
gentle,
Nikki.
Devi.
Sure, Chris. Thank you so much. And good morning, everyone, and welcome to this special occasion as we gather here to introduce a new partner who will be joining our esteemed firm. It is a great pleasure and anticipation that I stand before you today to introduce this exceptional individual who is about to embark an exciting journey with our organization. So, welcome to our newest partner, Chris Wallen. He brings with him a wealth of experience, a track record of excellence, and a passion for tax and accounting services. Chris joined at a pivotal moment in our journey as we continue to evolve and navigate the dynamic landscape of financial services. He brings a fresh perspective that will undoubtedly contribute to our ongoing success and growth of our firm. And Chris Wallen's motto, as I can see in the website, is if you aren't working for you, then you aren't working at your best. So this statement beautifully summarizes the idea that when a person is not in an environment or a role that aligns with their strengths, interests, and abilities, they are unlikely to perform at their best potential. It emphasizes the importance of finding the right fit in terms of work or circumstances in order to bring out the best in an individual. And I must say, as someone who has worked over a year with Chris, so he does really bring out the best from his resources and delivers the best to his clients. So, coming to his professional introduction, I would like to just, uh, uh, Nikki, if you can share the screen.
Sure. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So as you can see, Chris Wallen is the income tax expert. So his CPA firm is located in Red Bank, New Jersey, and is an expert in all areas of accounting, taxes, consulting, and business services. Chris has been the owner and the managing member of a certified public accounting and business advisory firm over 30 years, providing a full range of income tax, accounting, advisory service for individuals and businesses. He specializes in tax strategies, planning, tax returns, professional wealth maximization, cloud accounting, advisory, business marketing strategies, etc. So he's also an author. His published works include Foxful Father. I think it's a perfect guide for all the fathers who can go through that. And Be the Chocolate Milk. There he teaches how to convert your homogeneous product or services into something with no
Now,
competition.
now hold on, wait, let me interrupt. Now this, remember, Be the Chocolate Milk book. It's very important. We all need that at our desk. Everyone
Yes,
should have a copy of this. So let me know how many I could send to you. I keep it right
Yes,
next to me as a reference. So continue, go ahead.
thank you,
thank you. We
Chris.
definitely need that.
Yeah. So he also hosts a lot of seminars and also counsels on financial tax, technology issues, crisis management, conflict resolution, life transitioning, and interpersonal communication. Not only that, he is also a regular speaker with most of the prominent television medias like Fox TV and etc. And I guess everyone knows here he is one of the most wittiest CPA you'll ever meet. Thank you so
Well,
much.
I think I want to hire myself now. I think I'm ready. I'm
Yeah.
impressed. I got to give myself a call.
Amazing.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for joining. And I'd like to ask Sam to give an address for the town hall now.
Thank you,
You
Devi.
want me to say something?
We all
Def-
our ears, we would like to hear from you. I want to just add a couple of things here. I'm feeling, I have some notes, Chris, today, which I want to say. Otherwise, I feel kind of nervous if you're there. So it's, it's an immense pleasure and excitement that we extend our heartfelt welcome to you as our newest esteemed partner. The decisions to join with Cloud IT marks a significant milestone, Chris, for our organization. Thank you so much. Together, we have this opportunity to create this transformative impact on our industry and perhaps beyond. Your reputation for excellence and innovations precedes you. And we are honored to be embarking on this journey with a partner of such a caliber. We are so confident that our collective strengths will pave the way for extraordinary accomplishments that we look forward to achieve together. We believe that this partnership holds immense potential for growth, innovation, and mutual benefit. We are committed to fostering an environment of open communication, transparency, and collaboration to ensure that we achieve our collective goals. Once again, welcome you to this exciting new chapter with Cloud IT. We are looking forward to a different journey, taking it to a next level and a lasting success, a very long lasting success. Now to everybody, I really, one thing I would like to say about Chris. Chris has been so humble, so kind, so great. So whenever I met a client or we are in a, in a place to sign up a client, they ask for references or something. You know what Chris used to do? If I had to ask him, Chris, I'm getting somebody asking me for a reference. I don't see anybody can fit your kind of the reputation you hold. If I can give your number. When I used to give Chris number, forget about the client calling him. Chris would call him and say, you know what, if there is one company you should do work with, go and work with Cloud IT. Or he will, and then Chris will call back me saying, Sam, did that client sign you? I spoke to him. I said, did you spoke at 9:15 because I got a signed agreement at 9:20. So just imagine like the kind of impact, the love, of course, the impact he has and the love and kindness for everything throughout the tenure, more than 2 years or close to like 3 years, I would say with, Chris. I never felt that this is just 3 months or it's just passing 6 months or it's completing 1 year, because I always felt like I'm kind of under one umbrella of guidance. I was reading a blog from one of my colleague, Chris, he kind of, it was written in there, the only way to greatness is being grateful. And you asked me, Sam, who pays you to appreciate about yourself, about you? You know what? I think this is the way of being gratefulness to be, greatness is to be grateful. So I am so grateful to you. And I really, when I think about you and I talk about you and I think of, I'm no one in the position to appreciate, but the way I feel about you is I feel myself very great by feeling that. And it seems like I'm being very, grateful to myself because I consider myself lucky to understand this. So thank you so much. You have no idea what kind of impact you bring when you are on the same screen along with us and kind of a guide, the seniors partners. And I'm so glad, so fortunate to have all the eminent partners here, Daniel, Martin, Chris, Steve. It's a beyond a dream come true for entire Cloud IT. I think all my team members are so fortunate as much as I am, that they have this opportunity to work, report into you, work under all of you, learn so many different things. I'm sure whatever future is there, it's all destined. Almighty will help us. But the kind of a journey and experience we are going to get through here should be, at very next level. So let us join our hands to really welcome Chris. And thank you so much, Chris. I would really want Martin, if you can just welcome Chris and Daniel, and then we would like to have some questions answered from you, Chris, and we would like to hear from you. Martin, please. Thank you, Chris, once again. Thank you very much.
I would like to welcome Chris, but I have a story to tell you. That if you go into my Kindle account where I have the books that I bought, you'll see that I bought a copy of Be the Chocolate Milk a year and a half ago. I'm meeting Chris now in person for basically the first time, but I know of him here in New Jersey. And I don't remember, I had some clients who have worked with him. And I don't remember why I, came upon the book, but I read the book. And I have the book on my desk, and I have the book in my computer. And Chris's point that being the chocolate milk, be special, make yourself different, strive to be the best you can be. And he broke it up into all of these little ideas. He talked about how you take phone calls from clients and how, how you prioritize things. It was a great book. And, I'm humbled to be here with him. And I think that what's amazing about it is that when I talked to you all last week about, becoming as strong as you possibly could, and us all becoming as strong as we could as an organization, we have the opportunity to become like an entire case of chocolate milk. And to have people look at us as like, wow, I can't believe the riches here. And, if we just strive for our own excellence and excellence as a team, and Chris's last lesson, is you serve the client. You serve the client, then all good things come from it in a natural kind of synergy. So I'm personally delighted to welcome him, personally delighted to work with him and the entire team. And what else can I say? I'll just sit here and smile. So thank you.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you so much. Daniel, we would really love to hear from you.
Hi, Chris. Daniel Guarin here. It's nice to finally meet you and welcome you on board. And I guess since we're talking about books, I know that it's a funny story because part of the reason that I joined up with Sam was because I read The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. Yep. And using Cloud IT has really transformed it. I'm still not at the 4-Hour Workweek, but we're just working on getting there. But it's just it's amazing how you read something, and if you really take it to heart, you start applying it. And if you work with Sam's team, I know that we can really take this to the next level. I've been with Sam since the beginning, and I've watched him grow from just a complete startup to having 130 employees. So it's very exciting, and I'm very humbled to be here as well. Welcome aboard.
Love you, Daniel.
Thank
but
you.
One small correction here. It's no more Sam's team. It's all everybody's team here. Okay, so it's just one little correction that I want to do it. But thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Chris, we will really, I don't know if I'm what is on the itinerary, but I just can't wait to hear from you, Chris.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you. I think The most important thing is that everything that everyone here is doing is so extremely important, and people don't understand. I think a big problem with marketing, accounting services, and tax services is that people do think it's very generic or a commodity. That's what my book was about. So people care more about this than their health. I quite often say that. So I had a meeting with a cardiologist group, and this doctor is very arrogant. I'm sitting in his conference room, and I said, Dr. Chang told me that I'm more important to him than he is to his clients. And of course, everyone's looking around like looking, oh my God. I said, well, I'm gonna ask this question. I can give you a 2-point ticket, traffic ticket, a 300 cholesterol, or an IRS audit. What's the last one you take? The IRS audit, everybody. So just to import, I know we're not as important as cardiologists, but as when everyone I work with, like Debbie knows, it's so significant what we're doing for people to relieve their anxiety, to educate them, to do good work. So I don't want anyone ever think, especially working on my stuff, everyone should feel extremely appreciated, and it's a real feeling in my part. So what we want to remember is look at the end user, our client, and we want to differentiate ourselves in the marketplace. So when I was looking for some remote work a few years ago, when I first talked to Sam, even today, I'm courted by 100 similar companies. I'm getting LinkedIn inboxed every minute. So there's a reason why when I vetted everyone, why I went with Sam also. So everyone that's on the screen should know that you're working for the right man. There's no doubt about it, because I picked him out of hundreds. I picked him, and I knew from the first 10 minutes I spoke to him, he was the right place for me to put my trust in. Yeah, no, just very excited about this. I know that I could do my part to bring in business or to seal up business as we need to with US based clients. I'm excited. I'm excited to sell us. I can't wait to get out there and start selling us even more. So, and it's a pleasure. I know that if Sam uses me as a reference, I know that sounds like a compliment, but I'm doing these people a favor. So that's because I know they're being inundated with other potential companies, and I want them to know. That's why I call them immediately, is because they need to go with Sam. I've already done their homework for them. That's what I tell them. I trust me. I've do this for 37 years. This is the place you need to be. So it's really doing them a favor as a professional.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think
there's so many faces I haven't seen before.
Yes.
Come on. Come on, come on, David. There's got to be a time you're at the coffee machine and you're complaining about me. Come on, be honest.
No complaints at all.
That damn Chris Whalen. I try to be polite, right?
Yeah.
And be helpful. And
I tell you what Davey says. Davey says, when I get a compliment from Chris, it stands out, and it means for me, and after all many years of experience that I've working. So Chris, we really look forward to all of your guidance, your time. I was just telling the last town hall, Martin, but Daniel is like, we are friends. I have a lot of respect from him for him. It's a mutual, but especially when I was talking to Daniel, like we both are so excited. Me, Daniel, Andrew, like when you are coming in, it's like it's an institution who is coming in here. You, Martin, is like, oh my God, like that was something. Do we really even deserve to be in that place? So now I can go back and say that yes, we have done a little bit, whatever we have done good, because now we have both of you on the screen to listen to look forward to work for you. So there are sometimes these are the situations you really fall lack of words, and I am falling, and that's what I say. I have nothing to say more.
Well, I think the most important thing is everyone there knows that they can reach out to me anytime. I want to know when there's a problem. There's no judgment. We're all partnering together. I really don't feel anybody works for me, to be honest. I just feel that I know more than you do sometimes. So that's really it's really my honest feeling. And so Debbie will tell you that. Jyoti will tell you that. We're just all working together as if we're in the same office. in the same cubicles working together. So we just need to foster that communication and everyone to feel comfortable. And we can't, the most important thing to eliminate is rushing, right? When I deal with a lot of consulting and when I'm dealing with business owners, and if you like what you do, but you're having trouble with your scheduling and your anxiety, the most important thing is time management. So I always tell my people, don't let the folders and the work run you. You have to run the work. So the moment you see when you feel overwhelmed, so that means that something is running you, and we don't want to do that. So we want to have good, we want to relax, have time management. I meditate twice a day at least. That's how I stay so zen and so young looking. I just turned 81. So I think, no, just kidding. I think I'm doing pretty good. So just keep as we grow here, keeping the communication open, never being worried about discussing things. Like I had also the manual I made for my system. Is that still a benefit as it goes every year, Debbie?
Yes,
It's a Bible.
absolutely. Yeah.
It works as in a Bible. Chris, one thing I would like to hear from you, like such a vast experience that you have. From start, you might have all, I'm sure, started somewhere and to the building this enterprise for one of the top 5 accountants in New Jersey, New York. How have you dealt with the volume that has come? Because I see it's a bigger challenge. Sustaining somewhere with the volume, it seems to be now more bigger and critical than reaching at a position. What would you advise, like when the volume comes, how should that be looked into or dealt with?
Well, I think the main thing is we have to deal with pricing, right? So I'm definitely much more expensive than other people around where in New Jersey here and even in New York. And so you really have to value and price yourself correctly. That's where everything starts. And you have to have minimums for certain things. So I think that, well, we can scale, we can grow, like you proved that. Look, Debbie, look at how everyone helps me instead of having people here. So I think now I'm probably a team of 9 or 10, including you. So it's a matter of having the right systems in place, the quality control, and sometimes you can't take certain work. That's the problem where people get in trouble. They're taking on too much work. I'd rather have high level work with a premium fee, but delivery is the best with me. There's no in my response time, my delivery time. So, I mean, and plus there's also the loss of some clients over time. There's life cycles. So, I mean, I like to keep between my tax returns, let's say I probably should do about 1,100 total this year, let's say when we're done. But my total base is probably 2,000. Some of them are monthly, some of them are not often. So it's a matter of having a balance and making enough money. And I don't want to be rushed even in tax season. So that's the difference with me. I'm the premium concierge CPA around the tri-state area, even the country, where everyone feels as if they're my only client constantly. And they say, you answer the phone. I'm like, well, I just started last week. You're my first customer. So you got to call me and give me something to do. Right. I don't know. So you have to be able to manage, and also you have to hire the right people. And this is it's all about staffing. This is very important. My staff never has a deadline. Right, Debbie? How often have I said I need this by 2 p.m.? Never. So that's the
Never.
biggest mistake with U.S. management. My people here, I could have 4 or 5 other people here besides you guys. They never have a deadline because I should hire people at the right price with the right skills and manage my work. If people are not getting the work done, that's my fault. So we should have the same attitude on April 15th. There's no pressure and we're all getting it done. We're working as hard as we can, but we're not rushing. So I think having the staff being able to handle everything, and I pay more money than most people for staff. I'd rather have too much. Like I want everyone to leave here on Friday night at 5 o'clock and not feel they're worried about what's on their desk, because I don't think that's appropriate. I'm the one with the pressure. Can you see how tense I am? I'm the one with all the pressure on my back. But I don't know. Where I think my firm, everyone would know, I'm not your basic 1040 kind of firm, right? My 1040s that are just W-2s is very small. So I think I'm 1 out of 10 CPAs that really is sort of a real estate expert, business expert, And so people come to me for much more planning on a higher level. So that's why, for example, my tax season is not as bad as other people. So most CPAs will make most of their money through April 15th, maybe 80%. I'm probably at 60. So I don't know. I guess it's all organic. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but but I can tell when there's something wrong because we're like even with you guys, we're very hive mind here. So we're all working together. We're all doing the work, reviewing the work. I don't know if I answered your question, but I'm sorry to go on so much.
No, thank you.
Look, I'm looking at all these new faces.
Yes, because I was, while you were just telling me, I was just thinking my HR in the call is taking care of that. So on the note, because when it is about the staffing, absolutely, the staffing being in service industry, the spine of any, I would say quality and long-term sustainability. So absolutely, Chris, it's
But wait, but never everyone. We're genuinely helping people. I know it could seem like tax returns and numbers, but what you're helping me do is my claim to fame is that I'm reducing people's anticipatory anxiety in their life. They've come to me with terrible accounts, terrible history. No one gets back to them. So my main job, I call it the affirmation of humanity. It's my newest book I'm writing. And so it's all about I'm competent, I get back to people, and I genuinely care very much. So when people meet me, their worries go down because I'm so available as if I'm in the cubicle next to them. So remember, you're all part of that. And I can't thank everybody enough for I can't tell you how much I consciously appreciate Debbie, of course, is right here, I see, but everybody that's working because you're helping me. You're an integral part of me bringing this. It's not just tax work, it's not numbers, it's an emotional benefit that my firm brings that other people don't bring. And so that is where in this new book I'm writing, I have something called UPC. It's called Unprompted Positive Comment. And that's what we want. I want someone to say, ask one of my clients, who do you use for accounting and refer me. But I want the unprompted comment. I want someone to say, damn it, that guy that did my 1040 is the greatest guy, top notch. I think you should call him. So that's the latest. So that's what I'm going for. You're helping me. That's my goal. I want UPCs all day with people spreading the word that it's only a 1040, but I feel better. And they want to spread that love and spread that anxiety reduction. So that's why my phone keeps ringing.
Right. I was just envisioning this, that one day, all of the screen, like, 1,300 clients, maybe, all they are talking and telling Chris, Martin, Daniel, Steve, that how happy we are because you guys are there, in this helping industry. So I was just now taking it to the next level, that whatever appreciation that you're just telling, Chris, one day I'm sure a lot of from this industry is going to come back and give that appreciation to all of us as a company, that, you know what, this is what we were looking, and I hope we would have been knowing for the services being available many years back. So things would have been very different. No, I completely.
There's no doubt. I'm, as I've done on a small scale to help, but with this new organization and process, I would love to be, a main salesperson that people are going to be talking to as to why they should be involved with us. I think I can sell that all day long pretty easily. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jasleen, do you have a question? Is that Jasleen? Does she have a question?
Jasleen, Jasleen, you have a question?
Hi, Chris.
Do you have a question now?
Not now, yes, once you finish, yes, obviously
Yeah.
I'll take you. Firstly, what an electrifying town hall meeting that this has turned into. I have heard from Sam and Devi that, Chris has got the wit nobody can match. And, today I have seen it myself. And trust me, Chris, you are more handsome than what you claim.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, I mean it. Yes, you are more handsome than that. So, as we welcome
Should I
you,
resign now? Jasleen, is what you
wait. This is turning into cloudittinder.com. Wait a minute. Hold on. Don't swipe. No one swipe me either way.
That's amazing. Guys, it's such a,
No.
all of us, if they know, like, what a kind of expertise we are going to have now. Martin, the director of M&A, all merger acquisitions that's going to happen. Daniel, the COO director of the entire operations. Chris, COO director of the entire tax, and but of course the business development is with every stream out there, but how they are just taking care and spearheading their excellence to every vertical that we are talking. And upcoming is Stephen Lott, who is a real marketing guy to take care about taking all of our ideas, notes, vision, and making into execution with the right leads program. So that is really electrifying, Jazz. What the right word you said, cannot be anything lesser than that. Great.
Just have one
and
question.
you have to remember that I have, me, Martin, and Sam, we have the ultimate responsibility to keep bringing in work for you, right? So that's my main job all day. My focus is all of you and the people that work for me here. They're putting such faith in me that I can keep bringing in new business. And so, but that's our responsibility. So just so everyone here knows, that's the most serious thing in my mind, is to make sure you have confidence that I am out here every day trying to bring in work for you to do and work together with. And if a boss can't say that, well, then we shouldn't work for that boss. And there's a lot of bad management style out there. And that's why a lot of people want to come to work for me. It's great. I get resumes every day. And Deborah, you're gonna come to the US? You're gonna move here? Is that the plan?
Okay.
Sure.
Devi has to
Fly back and forth.
Devi has to take two visas, one from her husband and one from the embassy. So the two visas worked out, and she is there.
And who got married? Now you have to explain to me about the marriages there, right? Who got married and they were away for three months?
Sonali. It was Sonali.
Sonali got
I
married.
like it took me 6 months to get in touch with her. So this is just
Marriages in
an
India
Indian
happens
thing?
like
Yeah.
marriages seems to, I remember what Chris told, that Sam, the girls, they go out for a fat wedding, and then they forget the man itself to 6 months. That was what
So if it's a birthday, it's only a month off? Is that so? A birthday is about a month, a wedding's about 3 months. Well, I'm still not married, so I got divorced a long time ago. So people say, "Why aren't you
Okay.
married?" I said, "I don't want to get divorced again."
True.
Marriages are the
And
thing.
anything else? Any questions? Anything else I can
Yes,
talk
what's
about?
the next on the slide, Nikki?
Sure. I think Jaslene's question was,
Yes, I was telling you, like,
do you think, I think
you
it's
know-
already answered a little. Yes.
Okay.
yes. So,
So-
as you brought dynamism, to this town hall meeting, so I just wanted to ask how you plan to bring that same dynamism into the, cloud IT working. Like, what's your vision, to take cloud IT to a place where nobody has imagined? So, what's your vision with that?
Well, what I've tried to do, number one, is I noticed that companies in India doing tax work don't have the same level of care and specific work or review that I have. Like, for example, the one main thing that was interesting, I do a lot of real estate work. And so hardly anyone there, and this is not a dig at anybody, did not understand how to go through a closing disclosure, right? We buy a piece of property, we have a closing disclosure. And so this is something where you guys were never taught that it's important to analyze that. So you were mostly taught, oh, we bought a building for $1 million, let's depreciate it, when there's a lot more to it. So I think hopefully what I bring is I want to have the same level of quality control and entry and work and understanding that I have in my office. That's why I don't know if a lot of other clients have made manuals for you, and I try to give you, because part of what I try to do is I want you guys to be enhanced on your resume eventually. I want you guys to be learning new things, and that's only fair. So hopefully you guys who work with my work think, oh, at least you're getting the highest level of care and entry. The manual works well. So I think it's exciting to be all working together if we all have the right attitude, right? So I think that I tend to love working. I love what I do. Since I'm 10 years old, it's all I want to do. And that quick story is my dad worked for a big company, and I'm 10 years old. he brought his paycheck home and he put it on the kitchen table, and it had a check and the stubs with the deductions, the taxes. And I didn't know where money came from. And I said, "Oh, what's that?" He goes, "Oh, this is my paycheck. This is how we pay for everything." And we had 6 kids in our family. So I said, "Well, how many of those you get a week? You can't get just one. What if they don't give it to you? We're on the street." So he sent me across the street to my grandfather, who had a little business, a fruit and vegetable business. And the same day, he had little receipts from his customers. He had 8 of them on the table, same exact moment. And I said, "Oh, Grandpa," I said, "Oh, you got paid 8 times this week?" He goes, "No, I got paid 8 times today." Got 8 paid today. So I was hooked on being an entrepreneur. So I love it. I love getting new clients. I love doing the deals. I love closing. I love dealing with you guys to build this. It's just in my mind, it's just a very organic, building of everything as as we do work together, and it becomes a finished product. And it's all so important, as like you guys are the firmament that I'm standing on every day to project out to the world how great we are. And believe me, I never forget that. I love you guys. Right, Devi? Jyoti, right?
Yes.
I'm a little apprehensive after this call. It shouldn't come my team saying, "Pay me 8 times a week now, Sam. Let the company pay."
Well, you have to love what you do. If you don't
Yes.
love what you do,
Absolutely.
then
That's what it is.
then you shouldn't be doing it if you can help it. So, but just know that I know we're far removed from each other, but everyone that's doing work for me, and now as we expand this, we're going to be working a lot together. I promise you that I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make this the greatest success. The Cloud IT company will be the best company that does this work in India, that can be found anywhere. If it's the last thing I do.
Wow. And we assure you
you.
that we'll be there, we'll be that partner in your journey. Fingers crossed that yes, we'll be able to take this. Yes.
And let's take our oath here that next year, that you see, guys, I just requested all the partners here that please let's have our skin into the game at least 14 months. Let's at least the period which I know should be in a minimal way we can really see how things has unfold so differently. But next year, God bless me, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I am seeing all the partners are here in India for a very big retreat that we can plan along with your families and all our team members,
Yes.
which maybe the count would go very compoundingly, from 130 to could be 300. I don't know what it is, but definitely I'm looking forward to this meet that's going to happen in in fact, no time sooner.
And I just have a few more minutes, but God, I'm listening.
Yeah, thank you. No, so what's the next question? Yes, please.
How do you prefer to communicate and collaborate with team members? Well, I usually, for my clients or even people on my team here, I want to communicate how you're comfortable. So some people want to use WhatsApp, some people are going to email me, some people use the task manager. So I'd like it to be uniform if I can get that, but everyone has different needs of communication. Some people like to talk to me, right? Some people would rather say, "Give me a quick WhatsApp and get me on the phone." Some people just want to give me a message there. So I think that's one of the keys to being successful too. I can't be rigid and tell people how to communicate with me. If Jasleen wants to use Facebook Messenger for some reason, because that's what she has on her phone, because there's too many. So I tell people, however you want to communicate with me, it's fine. Bang a drum, smoke signals, whatever you want to do. But that's also in my book. You got to make it easy for people to get to you and get rid of any barrier at all. So with me, it's very simple to get to me, to communicate with me. No one here should have any worry that they can get me. I had a client, I have a disgruntled client, and she's a little wacko. And she said for 3 months, she could not get in touch with me. And anyone that knows me here knows that's totally impossible. That I am the most available person in America in every app, And so I said, "Linda," I said, "Do you have my right phone number? Did you check?" Anyway, so I'm listening. Go ahead.
Right. I think Himani has a question.
Yes, Chris. So you have already answered part of my question, but still I wanted to ask you, what opportunities do you see for the cloud IT in the coming future that you think we haven't touched or we haven't discovered yet, and we have potential to do that?
Well, I think that if I go back to my instruction manual, that I would think that part of a marketing would be all the other tax software that's out there. We should create something similar because that's a great marketing tool. If someone uses Pro System, well, we should, like we and Sam talked about this a lot. So we should have training, like my kind of training on my system for those systems. So we can have it almost be more formalized or certified. So it's not just, yeah, we can do it. We have training, we have a manual, we have a certification in the system. So when people are up and running, they're ready to go. So it's all part of the package when we're selling. That would make me much more oh, you use ATX? Well, we have a team of people that are certified in that with a manual and a system that we're ready to go. And it's better than just saying, yeah, we can do that for you. We can load it in the cloud. We can get used to it. We can learn about it. We should be ready ahead of time with certified people in their program. It's also just a matter of spreading the word. We need to get our existing clients to refer, like, for example, what I do is when I bill my customers for a big year end, like say it's a big business, I send them an invoice. I also include in the invoice two new referrals. So that's part of my accounts receivable. So they even pay the bill, but then I send them a statement, you owe me 2 clients. So it's because people don't know how to
Great
refer.
marketing
People
techniques. Yeah.
people get upset. Why aren't people referring me? But they're not always, they don't know how. They're not always entrepreneurs. Remember, a lot of business owners are not entrepreneurs. So you have to teach people. They want to refer you, but they don't know how. So you do fun things to get them to understand that, listen, you're a lawyer, you're talking to other lawyers every day. All you need to say is, are you happy with your current CPA representation? That's all you got to do. And get me their phone number. And by the end of the day, they're my client. Right? Like Sam got me on the phone, same thing. That's why I'm working with him. He sold me in 10 minutes.
That was too
So I
much.
think part of it is growing and all being part of it. I think bringing everybody into meetings like this and understanding where we are, sharing in the success, because it's hard when you're just doing work all day to see some of the higher level things going on that you're helping with. It's all because of you that we get to do this.
Amazing.
I'm just here for the look.
And I tell you one thing that just came to my mind, like how Chris finds, when we were implementing Smart Dash for Chris. So I told you, the brain behind is Andrews. So that, he is the guy who, developing on. So the first thing he said, Sam, make sure you have 100-year lease with Andrew. Okay. So and that's how he makes things so simplifying and to the point that what he needs. I think it's equally important to let the world know that, to understand others' expectations, and also to let them know what we need and what we can deliver, because that's
it's also SEO. Like my SEO is really good. So if you guys are on a computer, if you could put in best CPA NJ for New Jersey, put in the letters, you'll see I come up like in the top 3 in New Jersey. And so that's something that we need to also focus on, is that SEO and the marketing and the blogging for us and all that. So if you see I come up high, I don't pay any money. I'm just good at that. So that's something I can bring to the table. We need the phone to ring, and if it's not happening, because a lot of the companies like you don't have a lot of good marketing and SEO out there, you're forced to be cold calling all day. That's what I get, cold calls and cold emails. Whereas we could do a lot more now that I'm on the website and Martin's here. So that's going to also help get more people driving to that. So one of my goals is to make the phone ring by other underlying work that we're doing. That's a big, I get calls all day from prospects. I never even have to have a referral if I don't want to. And those are all hot leads. It's as good as a referral, because if someone finds me, I know they're at need. I know they think I know what I'm doing, and then they can get me on the phone. So we should bring that same level to this new endeavor we're doing. And our phone, we should be hiring people constantly, because we're getting so many phone calls for new business. That's my goal. And I have to switch to my phone. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's
Sure.
okay.
Do we have a vote of thanks?
Yes, we have a.
Yeah. Please go ahead, because I know Chris has another meeting also. Please go ahead.
Sure. Chris, it has been an absolute pleasure and a privilege to sit before you today. And we express our heartfelt gratitude to you today. We gather here with great anticipation and excitement for the collaborative endeavor that we are going to have ahead. We believe that partnerships are not forged, and through shared objectives, we will, in a mutual understanding with each other's strengths and values, take this a very long way. We are
Yes.
confident that the synergy between us will lead to a prosperous and fruitful partnership. And once again, we thank you for entrusting us with this opportunity. We are
Sure.
excited, and
God.
we're really excited about the potential that lies ahead. And we look forward to a prosperous and rewarding partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, here, please join me in an extended warm round of applause for our
Wow.
future partner, Chris, who
Standing
steps
ovation.
I
here
feel
with
like
us.
I feel like I
Yes,
won the
standing
Academy
ovation.
Award.
Yes, standing ovation.
Well, I of course I want to thank my parents for all they've done for me. I couldn't be here without them. But just one last thing. So if I'm networking, if I'm talking to people, I want to get them to understand. I do little things. So I want them to understand that I'm a little bit different. So I'll give them my card. I'll say, and then Sam will go to grab it, but I'll pull it back and say, Sam, I can see I'm a professional. You're soaking wet in a vicious storm. You don't understand that I can, but do yourself a favor, make an appointment, get under the umbrella right away.
Oh,
So that's the
amazing,
metaphor.
amazing.
That's the idea, is that we
Nice.
God.
want people to feel insulated, and it's the tax work is secondary. All my work all day is emotional and psychological.
Wow.
It's
Absolutely.
100%.
And it was
Every
an amazing closure.
Yes.
remember, every sale is from the client. The mistake people make is they think their marketing program is supposed to work. Every individual is an individual. So I'm a blank slate when I'm dealing with anybody. So I know I can service the need, but we need to understand what's their MO, what's their emotional, what's their psychological makeup, right, Marty? You know that. So we could have 50 people in front of us with the same need. Every sale is completely different.
Yeah, you market to
That's
the
why-
public. You take a client on one by one. Each client is different.
100%. So I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for those nice words. It's Nikita.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you
Yes,
very
Chris.
much.
Thank
And
you.
anyone needs me for anything to follow up, just however you want to communicate with me, reach out to me. It's up to you. And I'll send you a box of my books for fun.
Yes.
Yes,
Sure.
please
Please
do.
All,
We are
all,
waiting for
all are
that.
yours, including me, and everybody is yours, Martin's, Daniel's, and we have one more onboarding, which is with Steve, and thereafter we will be planning the PRs forms and our weekly C-suite meetings and all those stuff. So lot many things that we has to definitely. I'm a firm believer, if something has to happen, learn to join the dots. That's what's happening today, because I'm sure somewhere somebody is deciding that something is going to unfold. I can't be more feeling privileged and thankful and grateful that I am around the space with all of you. Eminent personalities, I would say, really eminent personalities. So we have looked up all our years to kind of being like what you are today, what Martin is, what Daniel is, and what the great personality.
Well,
but
one
I'm
more thing.
sure we will be nowhere kind of reaching that place, but at least I'm still be very happy and thankful that I at least I had this wisdom to find the right path. I had the wisdom to know what is the right journey to sail it. So thank you so much, Chris. Thank you so much, Martin. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, entire team. I'm sure we are, once again, the same thing I'll repeat, tighten up your seatbelt, because takeoff is all around the corner.
Done.
We're going to have this very soon. Thank you all, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Have a
Chris.
nice
Thank you
day.
very much,
Thank you,
everybody.
Chris.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.